Hey everybody, it's TheModernNative. So, sorry I didn't get to show you guys the build, but I'm going to show you guys our shelter. Demon, so mouthy. Monster. I'm going to show you guys the inside and explain how I put it up and everything so you guys can see what we're doing for the winter. And yeah, stay tuned. So this is our entrance way. I've got them slanted over each other. Dun, 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 dun. Step in. Drying some socks by the fire. But I overlaid our tarps so that way we could have some insulation. This is actually the only real single wall, but it still has a double. I actually used a tent fly, the big blue tent that we had, because it busted. I went ahead and hung that. Here's the zipper opening for it as my main outside layer shell, so that can keep the rain off of us and the snow. Put up a couple of ridge lines and some cross supports so that way if it starts to get weight on it, it's not gonna dip down. It'll hold the weight, at least where it's important, and I can push it off. We've got our cozy bed. Demon's being a brat playing with wood. But got ourselves boxed in right here. Everybody can get to the bed and cuddle, and everybody loves the new shelter. It's so much warmer in here. Monster and Demon are finally getting along some. Monster just likes to challenge his brother. See, that's the tent fly from the Blue Tunnel tent. But I did want to explain something to you guys. My memberships is now open. YouTube memberships, YouTube super chats, stickers, and my shopping bar is now up. So make sure you guys check that out, and let me explain something about the difference between YouTube memberships and Patreon memberships. So, shelter looks a little shabby, but it's warm, so whatever. But anyway, so the biggest difference between Patreon, there's actually quite a few differences between Patreon memberships and YouTube memberships. Now, on YouTube, I can do the exclusive content. I can include links, like, I think I can include my ebook series. I have to figure that out yet. But, it's also a way for you guys to represent that you're supporting the Modern Native channel on my live streams, comments, and stuff like that. If you're a member, you get a badge, you get your comments highlighted, priority response. There's video requests, just like on Patreon. And some of the higher up ones, the higher up membership tiers, you can actually get like a priority video request. If you make a video request on the higher tier, I will be making that immediately as long as I'm capable. So that's the way the YouTube memberships are sitting. Now, with Patreon, there's a lot more that goes into it. I can do merchandise gifts, which are automatically included every 3 months with membership for most tiers. There's also, I am able to post all of my unlisted videos, stuff that I don't put on YouTube all the time. And the community chat and stuff like that is already on there. You can reach out to me directly through Patreon. Sorry about the uhs. There's a lot that goes into this, so I'm trying to make sure I get it all for you. Now, the biggest thing, which is the difference between YouTube and Patreon, YouTube takes 30%, Patreon takes 11%. So, and I don't have to hit a threshold on Patreon to get a payout. When I get a patron joins up, it doesn't matter if it's $5, $10, whatever, I get that day. It gets charged to your card, it gets pulled out, and that's when your month starts, and then each month after that is when it gets pulled out. Now, I can go ahead and access that money within 1 to 3 days, depending on the bank. With YouTube, they want you to hit a threshold, a payout threshold. They want you to hit $100 or more to be able to pay out. I believe that's the case. So it's a little frustrating because it's actually hard to make $100 sometimes, especially when you're just starting out on your memberships and you're just getting your stuff going and trying to build up that momentum. So right now I've gotten one super chat for $10, which means I'm making $7 off of that, not the 10. And I can't touch that until after I break the threshold. So, but it's fine. It's still a process, and it's a step up, which means now I'm going to be making money through YouTube. I'm going to be making money through Patreon. Right now I'm at 11 bucks, 12 bucks a month, but it's a start. So I wanted to explain some of those differences and how it works. Me personally, I like Patreon because it has more to it. There's more features, there's more access, there's more benefits for you guys when you join on the memberships. But that's just me. I think maybe for some people it's just easier to do it on YouTube, so that way you can show that you're doing it on YouTube. You can get the call out from it directly from YouTube, and you have your badge and you're representing and stuff like that, and you don't have to go to another app. So it's the difference between convenience and more access. So I think that's how I'm going to treat it. The YouTube memberships are there for people who want to use that option, but if you really want to deep dive into my content, my lifestyle, and go with us on the adventures, you can join Patreon. So there's that. So we have a bit of a snowstorm coming in. I've still got stuff I got to do here, get stuff fully under cover. Going to put an A-frame. That's our old shelter I got to take down. Going to put an A-frame right here along this line. Hang on. There we go. Along this line. Wow, that was hard to do on a selfie camera. And have the A-frame set up in front of the shelter to give us a little bit more storage space and a little bit more shelter coverage. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And I have to shore up the fireplace. Let me show you this. So it had collapsed and came off of here, and I had to prop it up with sticks. So I'm going to get some rocks, put it up on either side here, clean this out a little bit more, and throw all of it up on top to pin it. So that'll seal that up, and that'll help funnel the heat up. I might have to dig this down just a little bit more so we have more cook space available, but other than that, it's looking pretty good. And apologies for my last live stream. I had a technical difficulty. I'm not sure what happened, but my mic wasn't working. I think it was a YouTube glitch because I haven't had that issue on anything else except for one phone call that I received. So who knows? Either way, sorry about that. Hopefully the next one will be better. But for now, and until next time, remember to get out there, be a native, and go beast.